So back in the day, it used to be the NFL was a run first team league, right? It would be run, run, run. Yes, you would have passing, but it would just be heavy running. Now it's a pass heavy league. Things have changed. So I decided let's absolutely yeet quarterbacks out of existence. And let's bring it back to a run heavy league. Now, I made every single quarterback in Madden 25 here a scrambling quarterback. I kept their speed the same, acceleration the same, agility the same, and change of direction the same. I just got rid of everything else that makes them a quarterback. Like, throw power, 0. Throw accuracy, short, middle, deep, 0. Throw on a run, 0. Throw under pressure, I kept the same, and I made them have 0 play action. So everything that makes them great, I took that away. But everything else is the same. Defense is the same. Running backs are the same. And my idea here, right? I want to see running backs dominate again. And the first game of the season is 36-0 Ravens beat the Chiefs. Ian Book, for some reason, is the starting quarterback. 179 yards, 3 interceptions, Lordy. 1 touchdown for Lamar Jackson. I don't know how Lamar scored, but I guess voodoo magic. But this is what I'm expecting a lot of, okay? I'm expecting a lot of the running of quarterbacks and running of running backs. Seeing a wide receiver with 110 yards week 1 doesn't make any damn sense to me. But you know what? It is Madden. Why am I trying to make logical sense of anything in this video game ever? Let me just... 27-0. Okay. Wow, they actually got destroyed. I actually thought for a second the Ravens might go undefeated. But somehow, some way, they don't. And they end up losing that game. All right, so we got 2 new injuries, which I do have injuries on for good reason. Because when you run the running back 1,000 times, eventually the idea is your running back will break down. Or he'll just become superhuman. I don't know. One more new injury. Derrick Henry. See, that's where the issue happens. When you lose Derrick Henry, what do? Apparently, you just go to your next option and hope it works out. Now, the Ravens do have Keaton Mitchell, and they do also have... I was going to say, they lost Keaton Mitchell, too. They also lost Jeremy Hill, and they lost Derrick Henry. Yeah, so certain teams, Ravens are a good example of this, are going to potentially lose a lot of running backs. There's a lot. Okay, so like the Broncos, for example, they lost Esme. They also lost McLaughlin. They lost Pirine, and they lost Sean Tucker. I didn't even know they had Pirine. Pirine was on the Chiefs. I don't know how he went to that team. But every team, it seems like, if their running back's not hurt, they're almost hurt. Like, they're on the chopping block of potential injuries for the foreseeable future. So, this is just going to happen across the board, it looks like. Yeah. All right, so with that being said then, let's continue. Let's just continue rocking and rolling, man. One more new injury. Bro, these injuries are piling up. Looks like Derrick Henry's still hurt. But it looks like they did get back one of their running backs at least for the Ravens. So I don't know if there's going to be one true RB1 in this franchise. Another injury. Now the receivers are getting hurt. It's kind of funny to see the receivers now getting hurt given the circumstances, but okay. Let's get forward a little bit more. And let's keep it rocking and rolling. This is definitely interesting so far. 16-13. They got back Derrick Henry, so that should help them out in some capacity. And surprisingly enough, they still got running backs. Lamar did not go down with injury, so they still got their RB1, if that's saying anything. All right, so going into the wild card round, what happened? 15 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 2,800 yards for Lamar Jackson. With no throwing stats, he still puts up that. For running back wise, holy moly. We had a lot of running backs this year for the Ravens. Receiving wise, no one hit 1,000 yards. Kind of makes logical sense. With quarterbacks sucking, 34.5 sacks. Who led the NFL in sacks is the question. AFC, 49, 47.5, 35.5. Wow. Yeah. There's some records broken. Well, the AFC killed the NFC for that. 36 sacks is the best for the NFC. That's horrendously bad. All right, who's the best quarterback? Kyler Murray has the most passing yards and the most passing touchdowns, but not the most passing interceptions, at least. Baker Mayfield was second. Jalen Hurts, Sean Clifford. Oh, lordy. Rushing wise, it did not get that crazy. But again, this is the reason why. Injuries is what killed everything. Because with players getting injured, you can't go with the same back the whole entire year. So you have to use like 17 different backs because everyone just keeps getting injured. Wow, only two receivers over 1,000 yards, both of them veterans, ironically enough. But still a lot more than I expected, with the quarterbacks having almost zero actual good stats. Yeah, I kind of expected this. The defense to be all the players for MVP. Yeah, there's no reason why why anyone other than that should be MVP. Running backs could have been, but running backs again, 15-2 Brownies. Running backs, you saw it with the Ravens, for example. They had 3 running backs on injury report throughout this season. So how much can Derrick Henry do when all 3 of the running backs on the team are out? You would expect, though, Lamar to put up more rushing yards than he did. I really expected Lamar to be the guy, but surprisingly enough, it was not the case there. All right, so Super Bowl is Broncos-Eagles, which is an interesting Super Bowl matchup. Let's see who ends up winning in this Super Bowl matchup. And the Broncos win 33-6. Again, at one point in the season, they did not have any running backs. So let's really go through each team real fast before we end off this video. Alvin Kamara had 219 rushing attempts. 303 for Kenneth Walker. Okay, so 303 is the most so far. Can we beat 303 is the question. And I mean just one running back, because Josh Jacobs... Oh, wait, my bad. Hold up. Let me go to Bears. So I think 303 was the most then. Yeah, 303 was the most overall wise. I don't think you're going to beat that, to be honest. That is insanely crazy, man. I love how some quarterbacks, like actual starting quarterbacks, didn't even get a chance to be starting quarterbacks, given the circumstances. Oh, Lordy, Saquon. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like part of me expected that these running backs would truly take off, but it's just injuries. Injuries happen. Injuries kill it. So it looks like overall wise, Alvin Kamara got the most rushing attempts, and it's not even close. Like Lamar, 591 yards. It's insane numbers. But guys, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.